My mom accidentally sent my childhood diary to my girlfriend, and somehow, my girlfriend learned more about me in one afternoon than I had told her in 2 years. I was 24 and had been dating Mia for almost 2 years. She knew the normal stuff, my favorite food, my stupid childhood nickname, the fact that I hated being photographed. But there was one part of my childhood I'd never really talked about, my parents' divorce. Not because it was some huge secret, I just hated talking about it. My mom had recently moved houses, so she'd been mailing me boxes of old stuff. One Friday, she texted, "I found something you might want, sending it tomorrow." I didn't think twice. The next evening, Mia texted me, "Your mom sent me something by accident." I laughed. Like what? She sent a picture. It was a small blue notebook. My stomach dropped. I knew exactly what it was. My childhood diary. I called my mom immediately. She sounded horrified. "Oh my God. I thought that was your old recipe notebook." "Mom, I'm sorry." I hung up. Then I called Mia. "Please don't read it." Silence. I already did. My stomach dropped again. I couldn't even be angry. I just felt exposed. "Why would you read it?" "I shouldn't have." She paused. "But the first page had your name on it." I sat on my bed staring at the wall. "What did you read?" She didn't answer immediately. Then she said, "Everything." Bro. I wanted to disappear. I asked her what was in it. She told me about the stupid things I'd written at 11. My first crush. How angry I was at my dad. How I'd sit in my room waiting for my parents to stop fighting. Then she said something I wasn't expecting. "You wrote about your mom." "What about her?" "You wrote that you were scared she'd be lonely after the divorce." I closed my eyes. I remembered that. I'd completely forgotten. Then Mia said, "You were 11. Yeah, you wrote that you wanted to get a job when you grew up so you could buy her a house." I laughed awkwardly. "That was stupid." "No." Her voice changed. "You also wrote that you didn't want to get married because you were scared you'd become like your parents." I stopped breathing for a second. She knew why I'd always change the subject whenever marriage came up. Not because I didn't love her, because somewhere in my head, marriage still meant losing everything. Mia didn't tease me. She didn't ask questions. She just said, "I'm not your parents." I didn't know what to say. Then she added, "And you don't have to promise me forever today." Long silence. "I just want you to know that if you ever do want forever," she laughed softly, "I'd rather build it with you than let your childhood decide it for you." I cried. She cried. My mom called 5 minutes later to apologize again. I told her it was okay. It actually was, because something I'd spent years hiding had accidentally become something I could finally talk about. A week later, Mia gave the diary back. She'd wrapped it in brown paper. On the front, she'd written, "You don't have to be ashamed of the kid who survived all this." I still have that diary, but I don't hide it anymore, because sometimes the parts of yourself you're most embarrassed for someone to discover are the exact parts that finally let someone understand you.